Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good evening sir. I am Muhammad Farid bin Fariza from Group 2 here to present about the structural analysis of a bookshelf for a room with limited space. So let's get straight into our bookshelf. So this is the bookshelf that we constructed. I call it the easy shelf to put on wall, or for short, ESPO. You can see this is the 2D and 3D diagram to get a better visualization of the product. ESPO has a very unique design compared to other shelves in the market. As you can see, the design is specifically made for a room with limited space. To me, people should buy ESPO because it is unique but useful, easy to install, and also multifunction. In this common assignment, we try our best to use all the fundamentals that we learned in MEC 411. That's all from me. I'm going to pass this presentation to my groupmate Shah for the next part.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Sharul Amir bin Abdul Majid, and for this part, I will show you the 3D model for our design and also show you how exactly we analyze for our project. So without wasting any time, let's get right to it. Hi and Assalamualaikum. Here we meet again. I am Sharul Amir. For this part, I will show you more details about our design according to the assignment given. After several designs that have been proposed by all the group members, we have decided to use this design that have been improved based on the reference of all the designs. Material that has been chosen for our bookshelf is steel. The reason behind it is because of its durability and versatility when it comes to the production of shelves. It has the ability to withstand heavy weight, high temperature, and safe for the usage. As we can see, this bookshelf is perfectly fit and safe when we attach it to the wall. In order to install it to the wall, we have provided several holes for us to screw the nuts into the wall. So these are the some of the nuts that we have been provided. Moving forward, by this way, it will prevent the bookshelf from falling apart to the ground. Not to forget to mention, there are also supports between the beam so that it will not break apart when the load was applied to it. So this is some of the supports that we have been provided for the bookshelf. Back to the design, there will be 4 beams for us to put all the loads on the bookshelf. We have divided it into 4 biggest parts, which are part 1, part 2, part 3, and also part 4. Every beam will encounter different types of analysis. Beginning with the top one, we will analyze this beam based on the chapter of bending of straight beams. On this beam, we will use the 50 Newton per meter uniform distributed load along the beam. On the second part here, we choose to use two 50 Newton per meter uniform distributed load, and between them is a point load which carry 20 Newton. This part also will be analyzed based on the chapter of bending of straight beams and additional of calculation of the support reaction, shear stress, and many more of it. The third one is a little bit unique. We have decided to add the complexity of the beam by adding some angle to it. For this part, we will use triangular distributed load and it will be analyzed based on the moment, support reaction, and more. The lowest part of our bookshelf is the hanging part of the beam. There will be 2-point load toward this beam, and the way for us to analyze it by using chapter of axial loading. There will be deflection calculations, shear stress, and more. Finally, the frame under the beam, number 3. We use this frame to analyze it based on the chapter of buckling of columns. We will know either this bookshelf will tend to buckle or not based on the analysis. So that's all from my part. I hope you'll find it interesting and thank you for your time.
Assalamualaikum, I am Arifah Diana. I will explain about pros and cons of our bookshelf and our conclusion for this project. So, we started with the pros. Our bookshelf is lightweight and durable. This is because we use the suitable material for our bookshelf. Other than that, we also study the principal, basic concept, and fundamental principles in mechanics of material, so that our product can work well and safe to use. For the cons of our bookshelf, it is only fit a little number of books. This is because our bookshelf was created for a room with a limited space. Other than that, our bookshelf is not movable. This bookshelf was designed to stick to the wall. In conclusion, from the structural analysis of a bookshelf for a room with a limited space assignment, we managed to identify the problem and solve it with the basic concept and fundamental principles in mechanics of material. Some people are having trouble with keeping books in a good condition. Moreover, they had a limited space to own a commercial bookshelf that are in market and furniture store. Thus, we designed this bookshelf to help people arrange their book with a limited space. When designing this bookshelf, we use all the fundamentals that we learned in this subject, such as stress and strain, axle loading, torsion or circular shaft, and bending of straight pins.